The moon and tides. The moon. The moon is the Earth's nearest neighbor in the sky. It is about 4 lakh kilometers from the Earth, while the Sun is 15 crore kilometers from our Earth. The moon is a satellite of the Earth. It takes 29.5 days to revolve around the Earth. The moon does not have light of its own. It reflects light from the Sun. The lighted parts we see are called phases. Phases of the moon. As the moon revolves around the Earth, we see different parts of the lighted area. The revolution of the moon around the Earth makes the moon look as if it is changing shape. As the moon orbits, we see the moon lit from different angles. This is why we see phases of the moon. The moon phases through 4 major shapes during a cycle that repeats itself every 29.5 days. The phases always follow one another in the same order. New moon, first quarter, third quarter, full moon. Surface of the moon. The moon is made up of rocks and is dry and dusty. It is full of craters, depression. It has no atmosphere or water. No life exists on the moon as there is no air or water. No sound can be heard due to the absence of air. The moon has gravity, but it is much weaker than that of the Earth. It is 1/6 that of the Earth. Neil Armstrong was the first man to land on the moon on July 20, 1969. Then 6 Apollo missions 1969 to 1972 have taken place. 12 Americans have walked on the moon. The moon and tides. Tides are periodic rises and falls of large bodies of water, seas and oceans. They are caused by the gravitational interaction between the Earth, Sun and the moon. The gravitational attraction of the moon causes the oceans to bulge out in the direction of the moon. Since the Earth is rotating while this is happening, 2 tides occur each day, high tide and low tide. The location of the tides changes as the Earth rotates. High tide. These are strong tides. The water in the seas rise to a high level. They occur during full moon and new moon days. Low tide. The water level does not rise very high. It occurs during quarter moon days. Artificial satellites and their uses. Artificial satellites are built by man and launched into space by rockets. These satellites orbit around the Earth. The speed of the satellite and pull of gravity balances it and prevents it from falling to the Earth. Different types of satellites are used for communication, broadcasting TV programs, and transmitting telephone calls around the world. GPS Global Positioning System. Weather forecasts provide information to forecast weather and pictures of clouds and storms. Map making. Spying.